What's going on, everybody? This is Gary B. Jr., and today we're going to get behind the scenes of my weekly free show live stream that we do every Friday called Free Show Friday. And I'm just going to show you guys the basic setup that I have. It's nothing special, but I do think there's a lot that you can take away from it in terms of if you want to start a live stream, it's a really simple process. But also, if you want to use this same setup, because a lot of this is going to carry over for ministry in terms of the basics of it. So hopefully, it gives you an idea of a way to do that. But this is what I do all together. So it's a little bit of all that stuff all combined. And I'm going to give y'all some behind the scenes of what I've got and how I use it. So let me turn on my behind the scenes cameras here. Let's do, first off, let's start with the soundboard. And so my soundboard is here. It is a Zoom L8. And I don't use half of what this soundboard can do. I only use one line for it. And then I've got the outputs actually going directly into my camera. And then let's see here. This is my microphone is actually a Zoom microphone as well. So the microphone itself is here. I took the sticker off so you can't really tell what kind of microphone it is, but it is directly connected to the soundboard going in at track one. So that's that. And like I said, it has sound effects and stuff like that. I don't really use those right away or too much anymore. At one point, I was using a separate output for my camera until I did something different. So I actually have this orange line. It's running to my camera. This is a GH5, and this GH5 has an XLR adapter on it. If you can see that, it's dark over here. But there's the Lumix XLR adapter, and then this is me actually. That's my armpits. Don't look at that. But we got the GH5, and it's actually connected to the XLR adapter with the soundboard and gets the sound and audio directly into it. So you can see my levels right there. And they're pretty clean coming in. That's what I like about that. So the XLR input is direct to it, and it doesn't pick up a lot of room noise because the microphone I'm using is a dynamic microphone. So it doesn't pick up a lot of room noise. You have to talk directly into it. So when I'm not looking at it directly, it's going to be a little bit off skew. So forgive the audio quality if that's an issue. The other thing I got back here is pretty cool. This is like a fog machine actually, but I use the fan of it. And so that fan kicks on. If it gets a little warm in here, I can turn that on. And it'll actually just be a fan. It doesn't blow the fog unless I turn this part on. But this fan actually has a little power switch on it. So if you've got a fan in an office, a desk, you know what I mean. And then I've got a little lamp right here. This is more like a field lamp. It actually is filling in just this left side of my face. And so this is my OBS laptop. OBS on the laptop. This is a MacBook 16-inch MacBook Pro. And then I got my monitor up top, and I was just making a button for that BTS. So I was making a BTS button here on my tablet. So my iPad is how I actually control everything. So you'll be able to see here, this is everything that you just saw on the screen. This is what I use to control it all. And I've gone over this. This is Bitfocus Companion. And so if you've ever used Bitfocus Companion, you will understand exactly what you're looking at. If you've never used it, it's definitely worth checking out the video I made about how to set it up with FreeShow. So down here, all these buttons below, these all actually control FreeShow. These buttons up, well, these purple buttons here, they actually control OBS. And they do a little bit with FreeShow as well. So each button can do more than one thing. And then this one controls FreeShow. This actually puts my fireworks and my snow in. I don't have, so if I were to switch it, let's say I switch that and I hit the fireworks button, this is what would pop up. So you guys can see that. Pretty cool. I can switch back to behind the scenes, and it's that simple. So it's a really cool interface, easy to use, easy to manage, and it works out. I can add snow in. I got a snow button there as well. And then I actually tried to cue my outro. I got to fix that. It's something that happened to it the other day. I'm not sure what happened to it, but I don't know if it's the beta situation. I'm not sure what's going on. Clearing overlays, clearing the slides. These are my topics, and so I can clear those out by pressing those buttons. This is giving me a sneak peek of my computer memory being used by OBS. And then if I were going live, that would actually be green. And then it shows how long I've been live, how long I've been recording here as well. And then just the regular time of day. I really like that. And up top, you guys could see it from the big screen, a big camera. This is just a big old softbox light. and it's powered by a Sokani, I don't even know, like a X60 or something like that. It's an old light that I've used for some years, and it doesn't. Let me see if I can get up and show you. It's not even sold anymore too much. Yes, the X60. You can see that. Let me see if I can. Yes, it's hard to see it, but it's there. It's an X60. And then I got my blue light behind me here. This is just a little GVM light. It's hard to see back here because it's dark, but that's the setup. And so hopefully that gives you some insight as to what I got going on. I know you guys want to see how messy my desk was, and it's a little bit of a mess. I got my speed editor over there that I use. I got my water bottle usually over here. And so this is the setup. Hopefully that makes sense. And let me know what questions you guys have in the comments below as I wrap this video up, because I'm curious if you guys do live streaming. I'm guessing if you're the ministry, for example, you're going to have a soundboard, maybe bigger than this. Like I said, most ministries are going to probably have something a little bit bigger because this only supports up to 8 channels, I believe. You'll probably have a camera. I do recommend a camera that has XLR inputs. That's why I actually use the GH5 and the GH6, because of that adapter. I can use that adapter pretty easily. I'm trying to think about what else. Companion, it's completely free. I love it. FreeShow, intermingled in the mix, is completely free as well. And my computer's a workhorse. It works out fine. It's the M1. M1 Pro, nothing special with it. I think it's the only thing different. It's got a 1 terabyte hard drive with it. And then I use a few adapters for my capture cards to get the video in. I got a capture card that's connected to my camera, and it's coming out. So I didn't show you guys that. Let me pull that up real quick. Let's see here. And so over here, there is the GH5 on the side. You see that HDMI cable that's actually going down and connecting to my computer, to this little adapter down here. So I got a little splitter, like a 4-way USB-C splitter that allows me to get all that. And I got a little power outlet adapter there, a little tower. It works out pretty cool. I like that as well. And so that is my setup for my live stream FreeShow Fridays that comes on every week on Friday. So now you got a little bit of behind the scenes. Next time you see me, you'll kind of get an idea of where I'm coming from, and how small this space really is really maybe a surprise to some of you guys. But if you've ever done any studio work or anything like that and worked behind the scenes in an actual news studio or broadcast or anything like that, from my experience years ago, even, I've always been surprised at how small things can be, but how that doesn't translate usually on film or on video, on a broadcast. I've worked behind the scenes on a TV show or TV network, and then also doing my own projects and setting up scenes and setting up sets for podcasting and TV shows for my wife and things like that. And so I love to do setup. I love to coordinate. Like I said, I like the little blue light. I'm a real basic setup person. My wife, she's really the set designer. She's got some cool ideas, and I just kind of run with those when she gives them to me, but I didn't really ask for her feedback on this show. But I'm working on another channel. News about that coming soon. That set is actually right behind me over here, actually to the side, behind the BTS camera. So that'll be something you have to check that out when I get that channel set up and finalized. But it's going to be all about video storytelling, about production, right? It's going to be called Practical Production. So it's going to be fun. It'll be fun. But let me know in the comments what questions you might have about my setup. Like I said, I'm using that digital soundboard, but I do not connect it directly to my computer. I actually run that directly to the camera, and that's how I get the audio into FreeShow from the capture card into OBS. So, all right, you guys, just wanted to throw this out there to kind of give you all the behind the scenes. I know I talked about it once on a FreeShow Friday and never really followed through. So hopefully this helps. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope it helped you in a major way. Now, at this point, most people would ask you to like and subscribe, and I think that's great, but my goal is a little bit different. My goal is to empower as many people as possible all over the globe. And there's one way that you can really help me do that, and that is to leave a comment below with a question, a thought, how this video may have helped you, or things that were left out that you still have questions about, and to share this video with someone just like you. Someone who is looking for answers, someone who's curious and wants to grow. With your help, I believe we can build a community of people that want to grow together. So until next time, God bless.